I always believed love, when given freely, would find its way back to you. When my daughter Tanya and her husband Eli told me they'd found a cozy house on the edge of Asheville, all wooden beams, stone steps, and morning sunlight, I was thrilled. They looked so young and hopeful, clutching each other's hands, showing me pictures on their phones with wide eyes and fast words. "It's perfect," Tanya whispered. "But we're short on the down payment," Eli added. I didn't even hesitate. "I can help," I said. They stared at me, stunned. Tears welled in Tanya's eyes. I wrote the check for $120,000 from my retirement fund, believing with all my heart that I was investing in our future, not just theirs. The understanding was simple. I'd live with them. A room of my own, a garden, the sound of my granddaughter's laughter every day. The first few months were like a dream. Tanya and I planted herbs on the porch. Sophie ran through the garden with a butterfly net. Eli built a bench just for me beneath the old oak tree and painted it sea blue. We had Sunday brunches, we laughed, we lived like family. But then, slowly, subtly, something shifted. Tanya stopped inviting me to their weekend outings. My name disappeared from the grocery list. My favorite ceramic mugs were packed away to make space. I began to feel like a guest in my own home. One night, as I walked past the hallway after tucking Sophie into bed, I heard them. Their voices were muffled but clear. "She's too comfortable here," Tanya said. "We'll wait until everything's in our name," Eli whispered back. "Then we'll say it's not working. She'll have to leave." I stood there, frozen. Their words sliced deeper than I could express. They were scheming behind my back, against me, the woman who gave them everything. But I didn't confront them. I just smiled through it all. I read bedtime stories. I folded Sophie's clothes. I made Tanya's favorite tea, knowing full well she no longer tasted it with love. Quiet heartbreak, inner strength. The night after Tanya's birthday, a celebration I wasn't invited to, I made my decision. I packed my things while the house slept. One suitcase, a few books, Sophie's last drawing, a heart with Granny A scribbled in purple crayon. I paused before leaving and placed a note on the kitchen counter. "You don't have to ask me to go. I already have." By Amara. Then I walked out, leaving behind my investment, my garden, and the illusion of love. But I still had one thing: my name on the deed. A few weeks later, I received a foreclosure notice in the mail. Confused and frightened, I went to the bank. That's where I learned the truth. Eli had taken out a massive loan using the house as collateral. He had invested in a failed crypto business. Now the house was about to be repossessed. The bank asked me to co-sign to prevent foreclosure, but I refused. Instead, I had my name removed from the deed. And without me, they couldn't refinance. 60 days later, the house was gone. But what broke me more than foreclosure was what came after. Tanya went online and posted, "Some people will pretend to love you, then leave when you need them most." Her friends rallied around her. My phone buzzed with messages accusing me of abandonment. I stayed silent because defending myself wouldn't heal the wound. I rented a small apartment above a bookstore. The landlady, May, became my friend. I taught poetry at the senior center. I grew herbs on my balcony. I adopted a one-eyed cat named Olive who insisted on sleeping at my feet every night. Sometimes I thought of Tanya, not with hate, but with quiet sorrow. One spring afternoon, I saw Sophie at the park. She was walking with a social worker. She saw me and waved. I waved back, fighting back tears. I don't know what she was told about me. Maybe that I left. Maybe that I never loved her. But I did, with all my heart. Still, I couldn't go back. I write Tanya letters now, ones I never send. I forgive you. I hope you find peace, but I won't return. Because I finally understand something I never did before. Healing isn't always reconciliation. Sometimes healing is choosing yourself, and that's the kind of love that lasts.